My name is Lydia Ishara. You know, people want to call me the founder, but that sounds too dignified. I am just now a teacher of the word and a leader in the process, daughter of the Most High, a disciple of Jesus. You know, the pioneer of Be Transformed Ministry. So today I wanted to come to you guys with a word about marriages. And we'll be looking at the Bible about this and how marriages are likened to Christ loving the church. So Christ is the bridegroom, while the church is the bride. And as I was meditating on this, I was like, somewhere in the Bible, we need to read this. This is in John chapter 15, verse 16. John chapter 15, verse 16, it says, "You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatever you may ask the Father in my name, he may give it unto you." So this is Christ speaking to the church. And as we have said in the beginning, is that our marriages are likened to how Christ is the bridegroom of the church. So the church is the bride. And here, when you are in the spirit, you will know that the church is not the building. The church is you. And so I am the church. We are the church. So our groom is Christ. So Christ is telling us that we did not choose him. He chose us. And so I kept wondering, so why are we not having stable marriages, and Christ is so patient with our churches? So Christ chose us and we did not choose him. And that's why we submit to Christ. When you look at our husband, as we look unto Christ, we submitting to Christ and not to our husbands. So I kept meditating on the fact that I, as the church, I keep on messing up. I keep on, cheating on this groom of mine. But Christ is still there, waiting on me, loving on me, giving me grace after grace. And there's not one chance that I've had, waking up to Christ telling me, today I want to divorce you. I do not love you anymore because of what you've been doing. So Christ is very patient with his church. And when we look at our husbands with the authority that Christ has, we will realize that the submission is not even about him. The submission is not even about our husbands. The submission is to the higher authority that lives in them. So this is the powerful fact. This is very powerful. If you meditate on this, you will soon say, like, I've been wasting myself. I submit to my husband because that's what God is saying. And as we look at Ephesians chapter 5, Ephesians 5 verses 25, it's telling how our husbands should love their wives. Let's read that. "Husbands, love your wives just as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for her." Christ even gave himself for us, and that's why I think he has never regretted marrying us. He has never even think twice about divorce or thinking on divorcing us. And never once have I heard the church complaining that it's supposed to be 50-50. I'm not getting any much attention from you. In fact, Christ should be the one who is like, this one is not giving me attention. I should divorce her right away. Because truly Christ is struggling for our attention. We refuse to give it to him. We are busy with our own schedules. We forget him until Sunday. And never once Christ has decided to devote himself to some other church. because there's only one church to him, and that's the human beings. We are the church to him. So the fact that he chose me first, truly humbles me. My husband saw me, pointed at me, and is like, this is the girl that I want. Okay, there are rare cases where ladies say, like, I was the one who loved him first. Okay, but really, the true way of God is the man who searches for the wife. So my husband chose me. I think on those angles, and I'm like, wow, what if my husband had chosen someone else? Who will I have been married to? So the fact that he chose me among billions of beautiful ladies is something that humbles me so much, so very much. It can never be 50-50, because the church to Jesus is just there. In fact, it's the church that messes up 100%, always messing up, and then Jesus keeps cleansing, covering, cleansing, covering. This is a very, very, very big fact, guys. So let's think on these ends. And there are those who say that they have very difficult spouses, very difficult husbands. What truly joined you guys together? It was love, right? So where did the first love go? I will take you back to Corinthians, chapter 13 of 1 Corinthians. From the whole of chapter 13 speaks about love, but verse 7 stands out for me. It says, love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Some people think like when you bear, when you hope, when you endure, you're a fool. No, you're not a fool. In fact, you're the one who will have the greatest of gifts, the greatest of price. Because Christ says there's a price at the end. You cannot continue to be good and then bad is done to you always. No, that is not the God that we are worshipping. He's not a respecter of persons. He does not favor anyone. When you keep on doing good, Galatians, when you keep on doing good, good will come back to us one day. That's what Galatians is saying. Let's not get tired of doing good. So love bears all. What is that difficult that cannot be carried about your spouse? Love believes in all things. You think he can never change? Look at Christ. Look at Christ still having patience with you, that one day you're going to turn around and get saved, truly saved. You think there's no hope in him? You can't endure him right now when he's so drunk and he's so violent and everything. What are you not doing right? Are you truly taking him to the Lord who joined you together? Stop talking about him to people, and you take that case to the Father. The Holy Spirit will intervene. So let's remember the first love and go back to that first love. And remember, let's love our spouses just like Christ is loving his churches. And we are the church. And it can never be 50-50 between the church and Christ. And remember that it is Christ who chose us. It is not us that chose Christ. So can we sacrifice even a little for our spouses? Because no matter what you say, you guys were joined together. God allowed that you got married to that very person. Whether you were married in church or it was just a come stay. That covenant that you sealed with the first sex that you had with that person, that is a marriage, and that is recognized. So the earlier you turn back to God, the better, and God will continue to turn your life around. So I pray for marriages, and this year I'll be having a couples workshop. I'll be coming back to you with more details on that. So I pray that you keep it locked, keep it right here for more information so that you may not miss that. I pray for you guys. I pray for our marriages. I pray that we love our spouses just like Christ loved the church. May God bless us all. Ciao.